Alrighty, welcome everybody to the continuation of the Vlog Series 2 as we are in the afternoon of the next day, and so far it is cloudy conditions. We do have rain and thunderstorms later today, and so far throughout the next couple of weeks. Well, anyway, we were at the top of the staircase. And so far, we were talking about what was going on between me and my ex friend Benny. And so far, we were talking about the parole officer, him going to jail, this and that. There's a lot of things that pretty much think when he was my age, he was always getting himself into trouble. He was always just making up excuses as he went on in his younger years of being in a gang, doing these bad stuff like, you know, smoking, drinking, drive-by shootings, this and that. All the stupid things that they do in the gang, and it resulted him getting shot and his dad coming into that room that he was in, and he was saying to him, son, I'm going to tell you something. If you don't stop this stupid stuff that you're doing, you're either going to end up in jail or you're going to be 6 feet under. That's the truth. That's the truth to it. The plain, honest, simple truth. And clearly it woke him up to the point of, I better listen to my dad or I'd be in jail or 6 feet under. Well, you know, I gotta say, he went on to live his life, but the bad habits of him was still there. I mean, then he met me, then he met Duncan and Caleb and Forrest and all these guys that we knew at Sam's Club all together. And, you know, after all these guys left, I was the only one. And I needed a friend. I chose Benny and I said, hey, you know, let's hang out. Let's go do things together. Let's have a good time. And all the time he would come out to the gas station and say, I need help. Will you help me? And I would say, okay, what do you need help with? And he said, well, I need help on my electricity, my phone, my water, my rent, everything. And I said, what? You need help on all of that? And he said, yeah. But it was one bill at a time. And I looked at it. I looked at his electricity. It was about $268 on that one bill. I said, well, okay, I'll pay your electricity for this month. And after that, I paid the bill, and then it was consistent that he was coming out and borrowing money from me. Oh, I need help. My sister needs help. This and that. And I did it for 9.5 years, lending out my money, and then he was promising me that he was going to pay 9.5 years of all my money back to me that he borrowed. And he's like, oh, I promise, I'll pay you back, this and that. And so far, he didn't do it. Even though he promised, he was always he was always talk but no show. And I was always figuring that he was just sitting there pulling my leg and lying to me. And clearly that's what he did. He flat up lied to me. He he was always talking that he's gonna pay me back, he's gonna pay me back, but he never got down to doing it. And after 9.5 years, I put my foot down and said, I can't do it. I can't fend for him. And 9.5 years that he comes to me and he says that he can't do it. That's a feeble excuse, and he knows it as well as I do. I mean, this is why I couldn't pay my bills, because he was always interfering and always begging me to give him money and this and that. But guys, here's the thing: people need to know the truth about me and him, what really happened. And, you know, so 9.5 years of our friendship, it was more like take advantage of that friendship and so on. But there, and he would do that a on a weekly basis of coming out every single time asking me to help him. And like I said, I've done that for 9.5 years. And I said to myself, but first, my dad came to me one morning as I'm going out looking for a job. And they were here one morning, and my dad, he came to me and said, son, if you continue to help this Benny fellow, he's not only going to drag you down, he's going to bankrupt you. And not only are you going to get into serious trouble, but he's going to get into serious trouble himself. And this and that. And, you know, this is a very dark history that he's in. He's probably going to be in it for the rest of his life. I don't know. And I tried to straighten him out 9.5 years, trying to change him, trying to convince him of all the stuff that he did. I mean, I really tried. Give me credit for that. And found out that I failed. I failed trying to. And literally, I lost it. I said, I don't want no more of this. I don't want no more of our friendship to be going down this direction than where it went. And I had to put my foot down and say enough was enough. You know? Guys, oh, asking for money, doing this and that. He didn't pay it back. You know what? 9.5 years, I say to myself, credit is all mine. If I helped him and for 9.5 years, I take credit for those 9.5 years, and I take all of it. And, you know, and he probably says, oh, Jonathan, that's not fair, You know, I I take all of it, I take all credit for what I did. I mean, that's just me in general. But anyway, you know, guy looks like he's having trouble with his thing, but out there in the front gate and stuff. But anyway, people, they need to know the truth about what had happened, why did this bad habit continue onward, and, you know, and I think I made the right choice to put my foot down. Even my dad told me, even God told me what was going on. God, God told me specifically, don't trust a man like he is. You know, he was referring to me as Benny being the evildoer that he is. I can't judge his heart. I can't do that because that's not for me to say. You know, I bet all these videos that I've done, I've done a lot. Even to, I've done a lot of videos on him, you know, of things. Huh. Yeah. But, to tell you one thing, guys, I know he feels upset. I know he's mad at me as all get out that I made these videos and I talked about him on maybe just a few. But you know what? The videos would probably make him a better person than what he is right now. I mean, it would have really helped that he would change his ways, that he would get into a Bible based church, that he would learn from what is right and wrong. The wrong way is lying to your friend and don't show no sympathy for what he did for you. The right way is to sit there and apologize 9.5 years of nothing but lying, you know, and to literally just say, Jonathan, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I did. I didn't know that this has negatively affected you so badly. Well, kinda it did. It really hurt me so bad, and people that got bad habits, it's just, there's a lot of people that do. I mean, you think about it. My dad had a friend way back then that done him the same way. And my dad was lending him out money and stuff, this and that. He was helping this guy, you know, and his wife, food for his family. My dad worked 3 jobs to provide for My mom and me and my brother, the family. My dad, he had a well, I don't want to say because I don't think y'all want to know, but he had a business with vending machines. And then he had two other jobs that he had. I mean, he provided for his family. And, he worked his tail end off. He did a lot. And, you know, and just like me, 9.5 years working for Sam's and plus being a friend to Benny, I did a lot for him. I gave him free reign to do whatever he wanted. I made sure that he had food. I made sure that his rent was paid. I made sure that he had whatever he wanted. He had free reign to do whatever he wanted. I made sure that he had a car. You know, I shared my car with him. I said, hey, you need a ride to work? I'll take you to work. You need a ride home? I'll take you home. You need a ride to Walmart? I'll take you to Walmart. You need a ride to HEB? I'll take you wherever you wanted to go. That was my free reign to him. But when that evening came where he's just angry and mad and all these things that had happened, I had to put my foot down and say enough was enough. You know? When something like this is driven so far, it gets old. And it really does. But I could tell that there was a lot of anger, within him, within me. We were going down at each other's throats. We were to the point of having that conversation in the car that evening. And he's like, "Oh, they're going to indict Trump over what? What are they going to indict him over? What evidence do they have against him?" You talking about this fake political crap that they put on TV, which we're not allowed to talk about, this and that. You know, I tell him all the time, look, change the freaking channel, put you a movie on, and don't worry about it. Here's the thing, don't worry about what you see on TV. Because if you watch that, it's just going to brainwash you. And at a point of no return, it already did. And it got me to that point. I said, if you continue to watch this stuff on TV, I am going to leave you and I'm never coming back. Make up your mind. Leave this stupid stuff that you're seeing right now. Do me the right thing. And just leave it behind. Say, hey, look, that's of the world. We shouldn't be living in a world where we're down each other's throats and we're arguing and fighting this and that. It shouldn't be that way. People should come together in unity, peace, strength, words of encouragement, wisdom, and going to church and being in a Bible based class, and learning to love each other in good works. You know, that's what it ought to be. And then you say to yourself, you know what? You know what? There needs to be change. I mean, yeah, change is a good thing, you know? And we all look at it. But seriously, you know, you get up every day and you think about how blessed you are to take each and every day and saying, thank you, God, for another day. All of that. But that's His grace and love and mercy for us that He gave. You know? But I'll tell you guys one thing. This wound is far from healing. And I know that it's time for me to move on. It's time for me to say, look, there's better opportunity out there than there is right now. You know? I know we're fixing to pack up and leave this place. I know that this house is getting on the market no later than probably middle half of September. And I'm about ready to start a new job. I mean, Monday through Friday, going to work and then having the weekends to be off. That's great. But anyway, so here's my word, my advice. I shall say it. My advice is get your Bibles out and look up where it says, do unto others as you do unto yourself. That's your task for the day. You know? But anyway. Wow, and it's really starting to drizzle a little bit in the rain. Now, and it's supposed to rain like all day today, but anyway. This wound, let me tell y'all, it's got a while before it heals. And I pray, like I said, if me and Benny ever come to that point in our lives where he says, maybe even gives me a phone call or a text, I don't know. Maybe he says, Jonathan, you've been right all this time. I'm sorry that I hurt you. I'm sorry for all the bad things that I've done. I'm sorry that I've disappointed you, embarrassed you, lied to you, everything. I am sorry that I created this problem for the both of us. you know, maybe there'll be that point where we could talk again. But no helping. I'm not, I can't do it. I cannot help Jim with any rent. No, no, nothing. I just can't do it. But anyway, maybe one day, when that time comes, I say, hey, he talks first, I talk second. Maybe he'll be a changed man. Maybe he'll grow up and act his age and listen to what people try to tell him instead of him getting mad when somebody says, oh, I'm right, you're wrong, this and that. But you gotta wake up and realize what reality is. It's not about what you see on TV. It's not about the stupid things that are going on right now in the world that we live in today. Focus more on the positive side more than the negative. If you're always positive and you're saying, hey, I'm looking forward to the change in my life, yes. And that's the important thing. If you're saying, hey, I'm willing to change and make a positive impact on other people so that people can see me that I'm a good person, you know? But if people look at you and they see that you're not a good person, they're going to say they don't want to be around that person. Like I said, they don't want to hang out with somebody that's going to physically and mentally beat themselves silly. They don't want that. But anyway, so my word of advice is this: whatever you see on TV, whatever you hear on the radio, whatever you do, leave all of that behind. Go be with your family. Treat every day as being thankful. You know? I mean, treat every day. Live life to the fullest. Live life for the Lord. Do what needs to be done. And that is to serve others, to serve until your time here is done. But take this video as face value. And really, because that's important. No matter how hard you look at it, the truth needs to be told. Because whatever's on my chest, I need to just let it out and just say it without regret. But I know for me and Benny, the healing process, I don't know how long it's going to be before we can both heal, but I know it's going to be a long time. I mean, all of us know it. But anyway, Well, guys, thank y'all for coming into this video. And maybe I am trying to be the encouragement that I'm trying to be. You know, teach others from wrong and right. But anyway, well, hope y'all have a good, happy Tuesday afternoon. We will see y'all in the next episode of the Vlog Series 2. And so far, we're almost to the end of Season 1. And I gotta say, it's one of them things. But anyway, have a good day, people. And always remember, do unto others as you do unto yourself.